This is a guinea fowl. I'm going to be making 2 dishes from it, so I need to joint it. So I'm going to start by taking the legs and the wings off with a different knife. Now the wing is slightly different because I actually want to make a supreme with the breast meat. A supreme is where you have this part of the, what are they called? Of the wing bone left attached to the breast. God, this is going to be a long film if I can't get my words out. I also want to leave the skin on, so I'm going to run my knife, just along the edge of the breastbone. It's in about 10 years, but that is the breast with the little thigh bone attached. I'm going to carry on and do the whole bird. Guinea fowl is a fantastic bird. It doesn't take as long to cook, and you'll see when I cook the breasts, you mustn't overcook them, and it is perfectly acceptable. It is not a chicken, and that it can and should be slightly pink inside, which I'll show you later. So I'm going to put these in the fridge. I'm starting by making the haricot bean that the guinea fowl's going to go on. So I've melted about 20 grams of butter. I've got 2 leeks. I've taken the outer leaf off. I've cut them into quite big chunks. Butter is bubbling. I'm just going to tip these leeks with some couple of sprigs of thyme going in. I've got a piece of parchment paper that's going to sit on top of the leeks. In addition to the paper, I'm putting a lid on and I'm dropping it down to the very lowest setting. And I'm going to cook those for 20 minutes, but I will stir them halfway through. Leeks are super soft, which is what you want. I'm just taking out those bits of thyme, and I'm now going to put in, it's actually just 1 really fat garlic clove, but really fat, so maybe 2 garlic cloves. I've got a bay leaf that's going to be popped in as well. I'm going to sprinkle in a teaspoon of flour and stir that through and just cook that for a minute or 2 just to cook the flour out. I've got a tin of haricot beans that I have drained and rinsed. This is for 2. I'm not sure if I've said that. 150 ml of either chicken stock, or if you've got, I'm going to tip in the beans, salt, and obviously lots of pepper. So I'm going to leave that to cook for 10 minutes, and I'm now going to cook the guinea fowl breasts. In either a non-stick frying pan or I'm using my iron pan, I'm just going to very lightly rub the skin with just the merest drizzle of olive oil. I'm going to season them. Guinea fowl are going in skin side into the pan, and they're going to cook for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Get that skin nice and crispy. So these have had 5 minutes. I can see that they're just starting to cook around the edge. I'm going to turn them over, and they're only going to have 3 minutes on the other side. Guinea fowl should be served ever so slightly pink. 3 minutes on the other side. I'm just going to let them rest for a few minutes. While the guinea fowl is resting, I'm taking out the bay leaf. I've got some freshly chopped parsley going in, and I've got a lemon, and I'm just going to zest. Drain off any resting juices into your beans. Then cut your guinea fowl into 3 pieces diagonally. Time to serve, very easy. Spoon a load of the beans and leeks and simply put your guinea fowl on top. Incredibly simple, very rustic. That is guinea fowl with haricot and leek beans. First of all, we're going to cook the guinea fowl legs, which I have cut each leg in half, so you've got the thigh and the drumstick. I've melted a little knob of butter with a little splash of oil, and I'm going to brown these in the pan all over. You want to get them nice and golden. Season them with salt. Okay, these are nice and brown all over, so I'm just going to take them out of the pan for a bit. I've got a shallot, very roughly chopped, and a garlic clove, roughly chopped. I'm just going to turn the heat down a little bit. And I've got a sprig of thyme going in. And I'm just going to cook that for a few minutes so that that sort of flavours the oil. I'm not going to show you the rigmarole of making a stock again because I have done a pressure cooker stock recipe which is on YouTube and it's here somewhere on Instagram. But I made a stock with the carcass from the guinea fowl, the usual way. And this is what I'm going to use to braise my guinea fowl in. So the guinea fowl is now going back in the pan with resting juices. I'm going to put in probably about 50 ml of masala. That's more like 70 ml, I think. And just scrape the bits off the bottom. Then pour in enough stock just to cover the guinea fowl. Bring it to a boil. Move it to a lower heat. Put a lid on it. Lowest heat possible. And let that simmer for 25 minutes. I am making a guinea fowl and mushroom pasta. So what I did with the guinea fowl stock that I made from the carcass is I have reduced it. Look, it's solid. I'm going to start by doing the thing you know I love to do with mushrooms, which is these are going to get dry fried first. I have prepared a mirepoix and they are chopped to a chiffonade. I'm using all the right words tonight. So a chiffonade is a really tiny chop of celery, carrot and shallot. So I used one shallot, I used half a carrot and just one stick of celery. And I've got the meat that I've pulled off the bone from the guinea fowl that I braised. I'm also going to put a pan of water on for the pasta. And in here, I've got about 10 grams of porcini mushrooms soaking in hot water. The mushrooms that I've dry fried, I'm just going to remove those to a bowl. Drop the light down to low. Generous glug of olive oil. I'm going to put in the mirepoix, which is the celery, carrot and onion. It is on the lowest setting. And I'm going to cook this. I don't want to colour it. The pan is hot from the mushrooms, but I'm just going to cook that for 5 minutes. I mean, they're cut very small. Little bit of salt. I'm going to, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to take the porcini out of the hot water and just add those to the mushrooms. Squeeze out all the juice. I've got one of these that I can put on my cooker that raises it up and means it cooks on an even more gentle light. I'm going to put in, that's about 10 grams of butter. It's very soft, it was hot in here today. After a couple of minutes, you can add your garlic. Next thing I'm going to add the mushrooms in. I'm going to move to a higher heat. I've also got, I had 4 leaves of sage. I'm going to pop those in, give them a quick stir, and I'm going to put in a splash of masala. It's the perfect flavour combination. Mushrooms, guinea fowl, masala, autumn. The masala has reduced right down. I'm now going to put in, that's probably, I'm going to put in about 60 ml of this very reduced stock. You could see how reduced it is because it's like a jelly. This has bubbled for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to drop in the pieces of guinea fowl and just leave those to warm through. And I'm going to make the pasta. Bring your water to the boil and get your pasta in. I'm doing pappardelle. Can I just say, I'm filming tonight with an audience. This is Otis. 200 grams of pappardelle going in boiling water for as long as it takes. Read the pack instructions. Can you tell I'm just tired now? I have to say I'm a little bit tipsy. So the way I'm going to serve this is I've drained my pasta, popping in some cold butter. That's about 15 grams of cold butter. Really good grind of black pepper, some pappardelle on the plate, and this gorgeous, it's a ragu really, guinea fowl ragu. Gosh, that does look good. Tiny bit of parsley. Guinea fowl ragu with pappardelle.